Hi, everyone. Welcome to Breaking It Down with Dana and April. We are excited for another episode. I am April Mitchell, the inventor of Right Height Adjustable Shower Caddy, and this is
Dana Knowles, inventor of the hanging shower caddy. And we are here to talk about what, April?
we're going to talk about finding the right partner, aka licensee, right? And working with them, and why it's beneficial to license, and what all this licensee, what this company, right, has to offer us. Why do we want to work with a company versus going out, manufacturing, trying to sell our product on our own? And that's fantastic. A lot of people do a great job with that. And I'm so excited, and kudos for all of them. And maybe someday I'll do that to myself. But right now I'm enjoying having other companies do a big bulk of the work. So let's talk about some of the work that these companies are doing that really helps us out as inventors, right? So we have this idea and we need to get it to the store. So licensing, we send a licensing agreement, and then what happens? What is this company doing for us, Dana? Like, how are they helping? What resources do they have?
Well, they're basically doing everything.
Oh,
Oh, just that, everything. April, I was talking a little bit ago and I hear, I hear a lot of people and I was the same. I just want to find a partner. I want somebody that will manufacture it for me. I want somebody that'll get into, that can sell it. And, I want, and I never knew this, but after I learned about licensing in essence, it's kind of like finding a partner, but not like you're a partner in their company, but we do a lot of back work, the back end work to get the product idea in front of them. And then finding a company that likes our idea enough to say, hey, okay, listen, I have the resources to manufacture. The company's saying this. I have the resources to manufacture. We have the finances to manufacture. We're going to package it. Well, first of all, we're going to manufacture it. We're going to package it. We're going to ship it from wherever to wherever. We're going to warehouse it. We're going to show it to all our buyers. We're going to worry about getting it in to all the stores. We're going to worry about purchase orders. We're going to take care of the Amazon. We're going to do basically everything.
Yeah. And that's a huge win, because for us to build those relationships takes years for these companies to have relationships with all these buyers, right? Relationships are huge in this business. And then to get the distribution. So they may already be in XYZ stores and online. For us to get online, probably pretty decently easy compared to getting in an actual retail space. So that takes time. It can take a year or two or more just to get into that retail space. Even once you have the product manufactured, it takes a lot of working that out. I mean, you've got to get certain standards, and sometimes certain size packaging or displays or all this stuff. You've got to meet all their criteria, and that takes time and a lot of work
and a lot of money. I mean, a company, we know, April, we've been doing this long enough that a company, even to do something as simple as this fabric mesh hanging shower caddy, they could put $20,000 into that or more. It's a simple cut and sew product. So, but what if they have to make molding? And I mean, people who, I always say, we just don't know what we don't know. And I never knew how difficult it was for a company to take a product to market and how much time and effort. And I know with Grand Fusion Housewares, the company that licensed my product, they actually have somebody over in China. That's all they do is deal with the manufacturing end of it. I can't have anybody over in China to do that or anywhere else. I wouldn't know the first thing about how to take a product to market. And so, we don't partner with the company as far as like, I don't have anything to say with their day-to-day business of what they do in the business. But when it comes to the shower caddy, not so much now, but in the beginning, some companies, not all, but some companies will want our input. They really wanted to talk to me because they wanted to know the fabric that I worked with, because fabric has, if you go one way, it stretches and another way it doesn't. And I gave them a lot of tips and advice on, you know, when you sew these, they have to be on the certain, you know, grain of the fabric, and, you know, and they really wanted to know certain things, but not all companies are like that. Some of them just
Right.
like the product and say, okay, thank you, we've got it from here.
Right. And send you a sample when it's ready to, you know, before it ships out. Yeah. And I've working with all in between, right? So I've just recently been on meetings showing where we're going over factory samples. They're looking at theirs. They sent me them. I'm looking at mine. We're testing things out, the sizes, the shape, all these kinds of things. And then other times it will be, here's a photo update. Here's a new photo update kind of thing. And I've also been in situations where it's been difficult finding a manufacturer for the licensed product or the product we're looking into licensing, right? Because a lot of companies will want to make sure the product can be manufactured and figure out pricing before they actually sign a contract. And that comes as a surprise to a lot of people, but that happens often. So don't let that scare you off if they say, well, we need to make sure this can be manufactured, because they don't want to sign a deal and then not be able to make it. So that's something too, is like you said, having the manufacturability and being able to go out and find someone to make this product is huge. But what we can do as inventors is just let the companies know that we're here to support them. We're here to help. Whatever we can do, we'd like to do. And when we get to give our input, it's a bonus, it's a win. And I always like to let companies know too, I'm going to be helping you get this out in the media as well. I will do whatever I can to try to get this product out and get it in front of other people, some more seeing it. So I think, you know, whatever that we can do to help is always a bonus. That's probably in a whole nother video.
That'll be on another video. How do we help promote our own product for the company?
There we go.
Yeah. But you know, the very first thing that they did when I sent over when I found the company, when I found Grand Fusion, the very first thing that they said to me is, do you have a prototype? Now and yes, I did. And I could send it. We don't always just send over a prototype right away, but mine was very easy. I could manufacture it myself. And the very first thing they did is send it over for manufacturing quotes. They said, we'll be back in touch with you. And it was 2 or 3 months later.
Oh, wow.
That's how long it took for them to get back in touch with me to say, yeah, we're going to pull the plug on this. We want to do it. And, you know, it's one thing to get interest from a company, but then it's another thing when they say, okay, we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. Yeah.
Interest and commitment are two things.
They are completely two different things. And I think that's another video, right? Because sometimes we want to be like, oh, so-and-so's interested, and let's just hold on and not pitch it to anybody. But no, we got to keep pitching. So keep pitching and try to, you know, find those companies that are willing to take outside innovation submissions from us inventors and work with them, because they've got the resources, they've got the relationships, they have the distribution, they've got all of the stuff, the manufacturers, and they've got the money.
And that's what we need when we want to take the products market. Most of us as small little independent product developers, we don't have the resources, we don't have the money, and we don't have the time.
Oh no.
So finding a company that has the resources, has the money, has the time, has the connections, that's called licensing.
Yes. And that's what we do.
That's what we do.
Drop the mic. Boom. That's a good way to end it.
I dropped boom. Anyway, April, it's always a joy to talk to you about inventing and different aspects. I hope our listeners got something out of this. And if you like us, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give us a thumbs down, whatever.
No.
Whatever.
Just scroll by nicely.
Yeah, just scroll by nicely. Yeah.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.